It's a new year and that means a new Empties video is here for you today. I've not done one yet this year and I've accumulated lots of stuff over the past few months, so I'm going to get straight into it. The first thing is this Nivea Rich Nourishing Body Lotion. I bought this on recommendation from my friend Kelly and I did actually really like this. It's great for winter as it is a richer, thicker body lotion. So because of that, it does take a bit more working in. So I don't know whether I'd buy it year round because, you know, in spring and summer, I do like something lighter. And I would say for day to day, I like something lighter because I can literally just slap it on and it'll sink straight in. But if you suffer with dry skin patches or in winter you just want something a bit richer, this is a great one and really affordable and lasted ages. I used up my first tube of this Naturally Radiant Brighton Hot Cloth Cleanser from Superdrug. This is a great budget friendly cleanser if you want something similar to the Lizzo Cleanse and Polish. That is pretty affordable, but this is like if you're on a serious budget because it was £6 for this huge thing that lasted me a few months. And I think when I bought it, it was buy one get one free, so I got two for £6, which is ridiculously cheap. And it is very similar to the Lizzo, not as nice smelling. If you're on a budget, this is really good, and I am using my second tube of it and really enjoying it, so I probably would get it again in future. I used up my beloved Nip and Fab Glycolic Fix treatment pads. These are a glycolic acid exfoliating toner. They're pre-soaked pads, so they're so easy to use, and I was without these for about a month or two and my skin suffered. My skin loves an exfoliating toner a couple times a week. They just really help resurface the skin. I think most people who have any kind of texture issues on their skin, whether it's bumps, spots, pigmentation, dullness, this kind of is just a wonder product and just brightens everything up, so I think you will like them, and they're not too expensive. I used up this travel size of Soap & Glory's Orangeasm. I got a set of like 6 of these for Christmas, so I'm going to be getting through these in the next few months because I love Soap & Glory shower gel. It lathers really well, it doesn't dry out your skin, and this one was a really nice one to use. If you watch my videos and hear me rave about Soap & Glory all the time, then you're probably going to be shocked at this next one. And this is probably the only product I've ever tried from them that I didn't like, for several reasons. This is the Scrub of Your Life. I got this in a set last Christmas, so that's how long it took me to use it up, because I just don't like microbead scrubs, especially for the body. I just think they don't work. I much prefer, you know, a gritty, harsh salt scrub. It's just so much more effective. These little beads in here just don't really do anything. It's kind of like a shower gel with the little beads immersed into it, so it lathers and the beads just kind of smooth over your skin. They just don't do much for my skin at all. I just don't find them very effective. More importantly, the microbeads are actually awful for the environment. I think recently Obama has banned the production of them. That might be wrong because I read it on social media, but that's what I read, because they basically clog up the water systems and, you know, they're ruining a natural environment where fish live and other creatures, so it's just really crap basically. I love you Soap & Glory, but I don't love that you use those beads in this scrub, and it definitely wasn't the scrub of my life. From a Debbie Downer of a product to a product that I really loved, let's get it positive again. This is the Mio Liquid Yoga Restorative Bath Soak. This is a mini size because I got it in a little set, and this gives you about 1 or 2 baths if you have a huge bath like I do. And this basically has, you know, essential oils in, but it also has magnesium Epsom salts, so it's amazing for sore muscles or any little aches and pains you have. And hot baths in general are really good for DOMS, which, if you don't go to the gym, means delayed onset muscle soreness. So when you've been strength training and you literally can't walk the day after, that is DOMS, and this really helps, you know, ease those sore muscles and loosens up my joints a little bit and makes it a little bit less painful to live after leg day, and for that I'm very grateful. I definitely would repurchase this in the future, as not only is it effective, but it's really gorgeous smelling and relaxing and makes you feel like you're in a spa but you're at home in your bath. So really liked this. So I was very sad when I used up this Kiehl's Ultra Facial Moisturiser. This is just really nice for my skin. It injects that moisture, it makes my skin feel plump and hydrated all day, but it's not greasy and it sinks in and is a really nice base for makeup and works well really nicely at night as well if you want to use it as a night cream. I used up one of my Garnier 2-in-1 makeup removers and repurchased this as standard. I also used up my Jurlique Rosewater Balancing Mist, and this took me a while to use up as well because I always forget to use these. What I do really like this for is when you have a really hot bath and when you get out the bath and you're still really hot and you can feel like your face red. This is just really nice and cooling and soothing, and a nice light mist of hydration before you go in with your oils and moisturisers. And I really like it, but it's definitely a little extra luxury to add rather than something that's an absolute essential. I also finally used up my Alien shower gel. I always forget to use these. Put these in your shower when you get them in a set would be my advice, because if you put them in your drawer, which I did and thought, oh, I'll use them for a special occasion, you will just forget about them. I like using this when I know I'm going to be wearing Alien because it does actually help layering up the scent. It really makes it last all night. If you're layering up with the body lotion, it's a really nice subtle way to layer the fragrance without absolutely dousing yourself in perfume and stinking to high heaven. So it does actually work when you get those little sets. A lot of people I know just kind of chuck the shower gel and lotion into the drawer and never use them, but they are really nice. Alien is one of my favourite scents of all time, and it was definitely a huge treat having a shower gel. My final skincare empty is my Decleor Ylang Purifying Serum. Oh, I have like a spiritual connection to this face oil. That sounds really dramatic, but I love it. If you have normal combination skin and you're afraid of oil, this actually does way more good for your skin than avoiding oils, because it is created specifically for combination and oily skin. So it really helps balance oil production. It really helps keep your skin clear and blemish free. I definitely saved this for those nights when my skin was looking crap and I needed something to really revive it. This is amazing. If you have the money to invest in an oil like this, I highly recommend it. Just before I got my hair done for the second time, I used up my last bottle of Batiste Dark and Deep Brown Dry Shampoo. I definitely won't be needing this again because, as you can see, my hair is not brown anymore, but this was amazing. If you're brunette and you struggle with finding a good dry shampoo that doesn't have that grey, white, dull cast that it adds to your roots, I highly recommend you try this out. I also really liked it because as a bonus it kind of hid my roots as they grew through. Finally, I have a few makeup empties to share with you. I have about one use left of this Rimmel Lasting Finish 25-hour foundation, and this is my all-time favourite foundation. I will always repurchase it. I have two empty concealers. First is the Maybelline Fit Me. I really like this. It's definitely similar to the NARS Creamy Concealer. A lot of people say it's a dupe. I would say it's not a complete dupe because it is slightly lighter coverage, but it is a little bit less thicker and creases less on me. So this is the shade 10. My one huge annoyance with it is shade 10 is darker than shade 15. So a lot of people commented on my video when I talked about this saying, oh, get shade 15 because it's the lightest, which to me is just ridiculous. Why would you do that? Maybelline, if you're watching this, you're not, but why would you do that? Just make shade 10 the lightest and stop confusing people. But regardless, I would still try this again in future. I would just make sure to get 15. I also used up my Last Imperfection concealer. This is the shade Warm Medium 3. I used this in summer and it's a nice kind of beige yellowy colour, so it was really good for me when I had a tan to cover up blemishes. This is really great because it's so pigmented, it's really thick, you hardly need any to get the coverage you want for blemishes, and it covers redness, it dries to a really dry matte finish, so it's not great under the eyes, but on blemishes it lasts all day and it doesn't kind of smudge or fade off. I'm like mourning the loss of this product because this was in my 2015 favourites and I love this. This is my Soap & Glory Archery brow tint and pencil. So this is the shade Brownie Points. It matches my brows really well. It's a really nice ashy tone. The little fine point of the pencil is so easy to use. You don't need to sharpen it because it's retractable, and it's just natural, easy brows in an instant. It's just amazing. From my makeup kit, I have my Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. You can literally sleep with your eye makeup on and you wake up and it will still look perfect. This really does help it last all night long, so really good for weddings and nights out, and if you're looking for something to make your eyeshadow bulletproof, definitely try the Urban Decay one. My last empty is my Essence I Love Extreme Crazy Volume Mascara. This has been beaten by my new Essence mascara, which should be up on the blog now. I will link it below and I will definitely be sharing it in my monthly favourites. However, this is a pretty good mascara. My only annoyance with it is the wand is slightly big for me. So I love the shape of it, I love the plastic pointy bristles. It's very similar to Benefit's They're Real, if you've used that one before. But it's just a little too chunky, so it gets everywhere when you're going on the lower lashes and even on the top, as it's quite a thick black kind of heavy mascara. With that wand it just gets everywhere. So apart from that, it was a really great mascara and I would get it again, but I definitely prefer the other one I'm going to be sharing, so get excited about that. Essence as a brand I have been pretty impressed with so far. For the price you pay, the quality is actually really good and they are cruelty free, so I'm really happy to be trying more Essence products. Let me know what your favourite one is in the comments if you're a fan of the brand as well. So those are my empties for the past few months. If you love empties, definitely subscribe. I always like sharing, you know, truly honest reviews, you know, even brands that I love like Soap & Glory, I do give their products honest reviews and I'm never kind of bullshitting around. I do just speak my mind in these videos because I have used the product up and I can give you a really good overall view of what I found about it, whether I liked it or not. So give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy that, and I hope to see you on my next video. Bye!